Praise the Lord. So we will take a few questions. Number one here, short and straight to the point, please.
My question is on carbonated drinks like Coke and beers. Did you mention that, sir?
Number two.
Thank you so much, our lecturer. Number one, I had a friend, he's straight now. He doesn't take meat at all in his house. But I usually take
Baba, just ask the question. What is the question, sir?
The question is, he doesn't take, but I take meat. I don't take red meat too. So, what is the problem between two of us?
Thank you, sir. Number three. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, I know I'm O positive, subject to my wife's confirmation. Thank God that you confirmed that we can take pounded yam because that is unavailable for me. But I want to ask, I'm used to granola. Granola is a processed oatmeal with fruit loaded with it. In fact, I'm addicted to it. I don't want to know whether it's good for me. Then I do take lime or lemon, maybe early in the morning, mixed with warm water.
Thank you, sir. Number four.
In the US, I was there. Okay. I was there for some time, and I had the opportunity of studying for natural healing. And one of the things I was taught is when you have fruits first thing in the morning, it decreases your chances of having cancer. And I have been doing it. Please, will you tell me the kind of the fruits I should combine first thing before my breakfast? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Number five, I think. Baba Aliuja. Number five.
Comments rather and one question. You said a lot about processed foods. It is well known that all highly processed food contain a lot of sodium. And sodium is a precursor of hypertension. So that's aside. Number two, you did not make mention much about water in diet. Because if we listen to the inaugural lecture we had recently by Professor De Olaleye, you will find that most of the foods we take contain poisons. No amount of, whatever food, there's some kind of poison. And what we need to do to get rid of the poison is water. And I tell my patients, certain amount of water first thing in the morning, and so on and so forth. So I believe water is so important in our diet that one should not overlook it. I want to also congratulate you on that brilliant presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next question, number 6.
I'd like to ask where the place of that byword is that says, eat your breakfast like a king, your lunch like a prince, and your supper like a pauper. Because when you told us about the man that eats eba and okra soup in the morning, I expect that the man had eaten like a king in the morning. So please explain to us where is the place of that word. Thank you.
Thank you. I think number 7 now.
Good morning. Thank you. I'd like to find out about the impact of GMO on our diet, genetically modified foods that are becoming more rampant. I'd like to find out a bit about the impact of GMO, that's genetically modified foods, on our diet, especially as Africans. What can we do?
Thank you. Number 8, I think.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. I eat once a day, and in between breakfast and lunch. But later, little things that we call the papano or whatever. And most of the time I take it, I feel so dizzy. And the only thing that can put off that dizziness is for me to go and have rest. So whenever I have to do some jobs that needs a little bit of concentration, I skip that morning food for lunch. I don't know why. Do you hear what I'm saying, sir? I should repeat it. I eat once a day, most of the time, in between breakfast and lunch. And I feel so dizzy. So if I have a lot of jobs to do, I will have to shift it to after lunch.
Sir, earlier you mentioned that Milo and Bonvita are for athletes. So where do we place coffee in the diet?
Coffee, all right? I know some people here who are addicted to coffee. Yes. Choir, left wing.
I want to ask, where do we categorize the eateries? The eatery around that we buy food from them. So.
Yes, next question.
Thank you so much, sir. My question is this. In some parts of the world, we know some people who eat just vegetables, called vegetarians, most especially in Bangladesh, Indian area. And of course, a lot of people in other parts of the world have imbibed this practice, and they have claimed that it detox them very well. Which category of blood group can also practice this? Then number two, how practicable is it for us to have the good food, non-processed food, especially in this time, this pacey period of the world, where people wake up early and then they don't come back home until late in the evening? How well can one regulate what he eats?
There's one question, maybe a comment and a question. I talking about red meat for all people. I'm O, and I've decided not to eat a lot of red meat. What do you think about the effect of uric acid level on red meat? Because when I eat it, I'm not able to walk properly, especially with my big toe. And it's not only, many people will have instances of this. And then I should also commend you on the work you did on some students. You said, yes, it's now known that teenagers, I did some work there many years ago, that some teenagers can actually they are having high blood pressure now. But especially, even in Africa, in some well-developed or so developed countries in Africa, we've done that work. There's increase in their blood pressure. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam.
So I would like you to answer the one on uric acid as well.
Let me give you the. Can you address this, Pastor Babatope? Address these ones, and then if we have any time, we'll take a couple of questions more.
Yes, the first question on carbonated drinks. Well, of course, I have said that we should eat more of refined carbohydrates. Because when we eat carbohydrates, we get, of course, sugar from them. And then we need to burn off those sugar, those calories. We don't need carbonated drinks at all. The only time that we need carbonated drinks is maybe when we are super active, we are active, maybe we are working on site, we are, in the sun, and we want to just replenish glucose. Yes, you can take, but very, very moderately, But some people are so addicted to some carbonated drinks, and they overtake it, and it causes a lot of problems. That's why people are having issues with sugar, diabetes. So please, if you are type that you are already used to taking them in excess, try and wean yourself gradually against it. And how to do that? Whenever your body is craving for it, just take chilled water, and over time you get it sorted. Meat intake for blood group. I've said that all blood group can enjoy meat, but they must not take it in excess. Do you understand? Okay. And then, of course, our body reacts to. We have exceptions to some rules. Always exceptions. So if your body reacts, just like Madame there said about uric acid, please stick to, what is good for you, because our body reacts. Do you understand? Now, but I'm just telling you what we found out from research. O blood group can eat meat and goat's coffee, but not in excess. Now, the oatmeal thing that my brother asked about, if you are O blood group, yes, oatmeal is very good, very, very good for you. But the lemon and the lime thing, you don't need that early in the morning if you are O blood group, because you already have acid, high content of acid. Those people that need to squeeze lemon into water and drink early in the morning are A group. They already have high content of stomach mucus. That drink helps them to clear up the mucus, so not for O blood group. Now, my sister there asked about food combination in the morning. That what food can she take in the morning? Number one, you can take food based on your blood group. I've said it. Your blood group determines what you take. But please, we have advised people not to be taking fruit in the morning so much now. Why? Because some of our fruits are inorganic. Okay? But if you know the one you are taking are organic ones, you can take them first thing in the morning. But please find out the one that is suitable to your blood group. Here, I can't generalize for everybody. And then, yes, about the highly processed food and sodium. Prof is very, very right. Very, very right. Very, very. Some of these processed food are preserved with sodium. Of course, we know we need sodium in our blood too, but it shouldn't be in excess. We need sodium, we need potassium. They work together. But if sodium is in excess, it override the efficiency of potassium, and that is hypertension coming. So I agree with Prof on that. And then on water, yes, we didn't have time to really talk about water. In this book, you will see how to take your water, what water does in the body is already written here. So please find out. You need water therapy, like Prof said, every day. Helps to activate your organs. A lot of things it does. You find it in the book. Okay, and eating your breakfast like a king in the morning, and like what? Like Prince in the afternoon, are you proper? You got that added wrong. When they say eat like a king, they're talking of quality, not quantity. Do you understand? So if you now eat junk heavily and you say you're eating like a king, king will not eat junk. Kings will eat quality, okay? So eat quality food in the morning, because that is what you need more. Because you have fasted while you were asleep. You were eating in your sleep now, were you? So when you wake up in the morning, your body is already ready to crave nutrients. Do you understand? So give that body the right nutrients. So it has to be quality food. That's why you should eat like a king in the morning. Quality, not quantity. Okay? And of course, prince in the afternoon, you can eat more food in the afternoon, like a prince, like somebody who is, a young man who is active. Of course, pauper, reduce your in the evening, reduce your intake of food in the evening. You don't need as much in the evening. And for the genetic modified food, I've said that please make natural food your number one choice. Okay? Now, all those ones, limit your intake of them. Then the natural, the better. The natural, the better. And 1 square meal per day is not healthy. 1 square meal per day is not healthy. Please, sir, increase it to at least 2 square meal. Because if you are not eating enough food, you are going to have some serious health issues. You might have hypoglycemia, that is too low blood sugar, or you have hypotension, too low blood pressure, if you are not eating enough. So please, sir, I can see that you are in your 50s, if I'm a prophet. Am I right? Or is the beer that is deceiving me? Okay, so please, just take it to square meals. You can go this way. If you are very busy in the morning, you can skip the early morning, which is breakfast, and go to the late morning, which is brunch. Late morning is between 11 and 12 noon. Make sure your body is not empty till afternoon. Do you understand, sir? So late morning, eat something. Then skip your lunch till evening. So those 2 square meals will help your body to be served well. Okay? And that's the way to go about it. And the place of coffee, we have people that can take coffee in moderation, but it's not meant for whole blood group because they don't need coffee as whole blood group because of the acid. But people can take it in moderation. Other groups will also find out their own. Now, eatery foods. Eatery foods in those days, when we go to eatery to eat, we just go to socialize. Maybe we want to have a date. We invite a young lady and say, okay, meet me at also eatery, and it's just to socialize. But now, people will now are taking it as breakfast, after lunch and everything. Once in a while, if you eat all those food, there are no problem. Do you understand? But if it becomes a routine, now you are eating fast food, eatery food, that's when you have issues. So please, once in a while, you can patronize eateries. Maybe you find yourself outside home and you want to eat something, okay, but don't make it a routine to be eating those food. Natural food is still the best. Now, vegetarian diet, I've said A group are the ones that can eat vegetarian diet. Do you understand? That my brother in the choir has. Then he said convenience. That's because of some daily tasks, some work that we do. It might not be convenient to follow this blueprint to the letter. Can I tell you something, sir? These laws on how to eat right are no respecter of anybody. They are no respecter of where you live or where you work, they are just laws that you can't afford to break, except you want to break yourself against them. So you look for a way around it to obey them. Do you understand, sir? So please find a way around it. And I believe God is not a taskmaster. Do you understand? Anything that you are doing that is not making you to eat right, please try and look for a way around it. Because it is when you are healthy that you can run up and down, that you can do. This is fundamental. Please don't let us be skipping it. Feed well, eat well, so that you can be healthy to do your daily task. And then, of course, I think the last one is I've answered that one in the course of the blood group thing and the uric acid. Let me close with this Ghanaian thought. This question and answer time. Okay.
Grandma, one question. No comment. Can we have the mic for Grandma, please?
Sir, I just want to ask, what is your intake about bushmeat? Because I come from bushmeat and garri drinking. Where do you position them?
Bushmeat and garri drinking.
Now, the issue is that we can say the way it's prepared. Because when you say meat, we have categorized meat here. Buffalo, which other one? Rabbit, you know the one that is good for you. But the only thing now is the preparation. That is what I think Mama is concerned about. The bush meat is roasted, Abi. It's roasted meat. Okay? I want to advise that anything that is roasted should not be taken all the time. It should be once in a while. Because when you roast food, till that food gets dark, it releases free radical to the system. And there's no way you roast those bush meat that you won't get some this crispy dark part from it. So let it be once in a while. Let it not be all the time. The best form of cooking is to boil. So just boil your meat. Even frying is not that healthy. You can boil, you can bake. Garri? Yes. A good question she's asking. Garri is acidic too, depending on the way it's processed. If the one that is processed in Igbo land, the way they process their own is not all that acidic. But our own in Yoruba, the way we process our, when you taste our garri and you say, acid we see here. God will help us in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much. Can we just appreciate him? We need to stop there now. Write down your questions and we will get answers back to you.